Hello, everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and relaxing holiday celebrations with family and friends. And I hope you all have a joyous new year as well. For those of you just tuning in for the first time, my name is Cheryl Talbot, creator of Up Close and Personalize. Thanks for watching today's video, 5 Simplifying Steps to Decluttering, which is kind of a lead in to my next video, 5 low-cost to no-cost ways to refresh your home, which I will be uploading before the new year, so be sure to check that out if that is something you may be interested in. Okay, so I know the idea of decluttering is no secret and may even seem like a buzzword on channels such as my own, but it really is that important that it's worth emphasizing again and again and again. And I know the idea of starting a decluttering project may invoke feelings of anxiety and overwhelm, as it can be very hard to let go of things and be selective in what should stay and what should go. But I think we need to ask ourselves what we rather face: short-term feelings of overwhelm during the decluttering process, or constant feelings of overwhelm seeing your clutter day to day. I know for me it really is maddening when going through the effort of cleaning and organizing the same space over and over and still not being able to find anything, or things get thrown back in and it's back to being a hot mess in no time at all. So I thought today would be a perfect day to talk about decluttering, as many of us may be starting to get our home back in order after the holidays. And although this video is not specific to decluttering after a holiday, the steps can certainly be adapted to any decluttering project. So to help you all out in tackling your clutter, here are 5 simple steps to help you get started. Number 1, start small. Okay, so what I mean by this is choose something that is more easily achievable, so you feel accomplished, which will keep the momentum going into the future. If you choose something bigger or more complex, you are more likely to feel emotionally or mentally drained, feel defeated or unable to finish, or have a half-finished project on your hands. Number 2, no sentimental value, no random items. Okay, so I could have broken these down into 2 separate steps, but they really have the same implication, so I figured it was just as easy to group them together. Make sure to choose something that you are less likely to have an emotional attachment to, and that is less likely to have random items that have no designated area to go to. A good example may be decluttering a medicine cabinet or cupboard in your kitchen or bathroom, or a shoe storage area in your hallway or closet, or a Tupperware drawer or cupboard in your kitchen. It is much easier to discard expired meds or well-worn or outgrown shoes, or food storage containers with missing lids, than it would be attempting to declutter something you are attached to or have all kinds of random items in, like a junk drawer or a full closet filled with stuff. Number 3, 1 per day. Okay, so if needed, to avoid procrastination or lessen dread or anxiety, stick to the 1 per day rule, which could be 1 project, 1 drawer, 1 cupboard, or 1 pile. If inspired, you can keep on going, but don't beat yourself up over it if not. And make sure to check in with how you are feeling, because if you have any of those negative feelings creeping up on you at the thought of continuing to a second project, then just stop when you have finished the 1. Number 4, set realistic deadlines. Okay, so you need to set yourself realistic, attainable deadlines and hold yourself accountable. If the deadline is realistic with giving yourself lots of time to complete, then this should be attainable. Only you know your own schedule. If you only have 30 minutes of free time each day, see how many minutes of that time you can set aside to clean out that 1 drawer. Maybe it will take you 3 days to complete, and that's okay. Just be realistic to what you can do. Number 5, repeat, repeat, repeat. So in order for decluttering to become easier, you need to keep practicing at it, which means you need to repeat it. You may even need to declutter the same spaces more than once and get tougher with yourself when it comes to selecting what will go from a space. The more you repeat it, you will eventually be able to advance to more looming, harder projects, perhaps the ones with more itty-bitty nowhere-to-go items or sentimental items. And although decluttering these areas will still be hard, they won't be as hard as they would have been if you started with these areas initially. So in continued celebration of the holidays and the new year ahead, give yourself the gift of a decluttered space and having a little less baggage or clutter collecting in your space. Give yourself the gift of time back by not wasting your precious time each day digging through these areas trying to find what you need. Give yourself the gift of saving money by not repurchasing duplicates of items you already have but can't find, then randomly discovering later. Give yourself the gift of less stress and anxiety by looking at this newly decluttered space and not feeling overwhelmed. And with that, this wraps up today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this content, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!
Did you girls do good in your first video? Did you girls do good in your first video? Oh, you did so good. You guys the best. These are the best. Thank you. Thank you. Good girlies.